Okay, I'm also going to one more time see if Windows Update appears. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't there before, but check for updates. All right. And once it, I doubt we have an update, but even if we don't, I'm going to shut down the I'm going to shut down the virtual machine and then restart it tomorrow. You will always be leaving it running. That's fine, but I wanted to shut it down and then restart it just to show you that process, and also to see if if that mysterious red item in the server manager disappears when we reboot the server. And it looks like there are some updates here, so that's good. We'll get those installed. So, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes when I log into my virtual machine, it tells me that there is an update that was downloaded and the server needs to be restarted in order to install the updates. And doing that is really no different than doing it on your local PC, except when you restart, you're going to lose your connection to through RDP, remote desktop, and you're going to have to. I usually wait about. It takes a while to do these updates, so I usually wait maybe 15, 20 minutes before I try to log back in to the server through remote desktop. And if it's not connecting, that means it's still booting up, and I just wait a few minutes and try again later. It's always eventually. I've never had a situation where it didn't reboot. It always successfully reboots when it does these updates. So it has a good track record for me. Hopefully it will for you too if you go this route of using Azure. SQU, by the way, is using Azure as far as I know. They did one of the last things we worked on when I was there last year was setting up Azure for them with their IT folks, because they determined that it would be much less expensive for them to use Azure than it would be to provision servers using university infrastructure. So you may choose the same. I'm not sure. All right, it looks like it does have a pretty big update here, so I'm glad we did this. Okay, I paused the video there for a while. It took quite a while to do that. Looked like to download that 2018-04 cumulative update. All right, so now it's installing. This might take a while also, so I'm going to pause the video again. Okay, so it turned out that the Windows updates they were taking a long time when I was letting them run last night, so I just decided to let them run all night. I'm not sure how long they took, but they're completed now, and it's asking me to do a restart. So we'll do the restart, and this could take a while because it looks like there has to be more updates. And when I come back, I'm going to take a look at the server manager to see if that red item went away. So I'm going to do the restart now. And when I do that, the server is going to shut down and I'm going to lose the connection through remote desktop, which is expected. And I'm going to come back a little while later and restart it, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, at this point I'm going to log back in using remote desktop. By the way, I've noticed that this server here, this virtual machine, seems to take longer to boot up than mine does. I don't know if that has something to do with it being Windows 2016, Windows Server 2016 versus 2012 R2, but I've just been noticing that it does take a little longer to boot up. But as long as everything runs, that that's not that big a deal. But just wanted to note that. All right, so updates were installed. So I'm going to see if there are any follow-up updates required. Okay, so there's the report on the update history. Okay, now it's telling me there are Windows Defender antivirus definition updates. Okay, so now it says we're up to date. I'll just check again to be sure. All right, so it's telling me there are more definition updates available. And so far here in the server manager, it does look like we still have these two red items. We'll see if they go away or not. Okay, I'm going to pause the video here while we wait for the updates to install. Okay, now it's telling me again that the device is up to date, but I'm going to check again for updates. And we can see here we still have these red items. Again, I'm not quite sure what the problem is, but we haven't seen any symptoms of it yet, and we probably never will, but in case something strange happens, just keep in mind that those did show up. All right, so the device is up to date. All right, so we're done with the window updates.